guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be something a little different. It's going to be a story time video. I have a lot of stories that I could share with you guys, so if this is something that you like and enjoy, let me know below in a comment. So today's story is probably going to be a little bit more on the funny side. I didn't want to do anything like too serious for my first story, but it's definitely a funny story because I feel like we can all relate to this incident in my life. It was mortifying at the time when it happened, but looking back, it's one of my favorite stories to tell. So anyway, it all starts with me being a 7th grader in middle school and having a crush on an 8th grader. And at the time, you know, the 8th grader was like a jock and he played sports, and like I wasn't like nerdy in middle school, but I was definitely more on the shy side. I'm not who I am today. Like who I was in middle school is not what you see now. Obviously, you know, I was more shy, more to myself. I guess an anxious child, if you want to say that. So I was definitely not who I am, like this loud, expressive kind of person. I was more to myself. So to have a crush on a guy, you know, that was older to me at the time, it was not something that was easy for me. I wasn't gonna go up to him and be like, hey, I like you, like who I am today. So anyway, we would talk on AIM, if you guys remember AIM, Instant Messenger. We would talk, and I don't know how I ended up getting his like screen name and like us talking, but I think everybody at the school we just like knew each other, and like we would go on AIM and talk. So I would talk to him on AIM, and like we would just say hi to each other in the hallways at school, things like that. But one day, I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna talk to him, like I'm gonna go up to him and talk to him and, you know, see how it goes. Like I built up the courage. So we got all ready that morning. I was so excited. My mom used to cook me breakfast in the morning for school. All through high school, she did it for all of us. We were like really spoiled when it came to that homemade breakfast. And when I'm saying waffles, my mom would like stir up the stuff and make the waffles. Like it wasn't like Bisquick or anything easy. It was like from scratch. My mom was like a saint when it came to that. So my favorite breakfast was an egg sandy, I used to call it, but it's an egg sandwich. So it's basically, what is that toast? Why can't I think of it? It's that biscuit toast. I don't know, it's like the biscuit toast and then an egg and then cheese. It was an egg sandy. My mom would make me that. And I always liked my egg sandwiches runny. Dry. I always liked it runny. So my mom knew how to make it, whatever. So I probably had like 2 egg sandies for breakfast, whatever. You know, being young, it wasn't like I did my makeup or I like got dressed up like I did in high school, I guess, or even now. What happened was apparently I ate the egg sandy and the yolk was like all around my mouth. Okay, like yellow yolk. And you know when it's wet, it dries and it kind of starts to flake. So I had it all around my mouth. No idea, you know, didn't look in the mirror, no clue, whatever. Went off to school, got on the bus. Got to school and I saw my crush with his friends by their lockers, and I had time to, you know, talk a little bit before I had to go to my locker and go to homeroom or whatever it was at the time. So me having yolk all over my face and having no clue, walks right up to my crush and his friends, and I'm like, hi, what's going on? You know, trying to be cute, whatever. Yolk on my mouth, really not cute. And they all start laughing, and I'm like thinking in my head, oh, they really like me, they think I'm funny, okay, cool. And I'm just like talking away. He's even laughing, and I'm like, okay, it's a little weird, but maybe he's just like really excited that I talked to him. I don't know. So whatever, I gave him a hug, left by. They're all cracking up, laughing, and I mean, it's him and like 5 or 6 of his friends. Like, it's like a group of people. Very intimidating, but like I did it and I felt so good. And I went to my friend Brianna at the time, and she had her locker next to mine, and I'm like, oh my god, hey. And she's like, hi. And I'm like, guess what just happened? I talked to my crush Will, and blah blah blah. It was so great. I was so happy. She's like, Mariah. I'm like, what? She's like, you have yolk all over your face. What'd you eat today? I'm like, what? Yolk? I had egg sandwiches. She's like, oh my god, it's all over your mouth. I look in the mirror. It's literally just like, you could tell I was eating an egg sandwich, and like the yolk was everywhere. Like, Mariah, could you have wiped your mouth? Could you have checked before you went and talked to a guy? Like, that was how young I was and naive, and like didn't think about bad breath. Didn't think about like my face and how I looked. So basically the reason he laughed and smiled at me was because I had yolk on my mouth. So they were probably like making fun of me. So embarrassing at the time. Looking back now, it makes me laugh because it just shows you when you're young like that and naive, it's just, that's just how it goes. Lesson learned, you know? But it is funny to tell that story. People like crack up when they hear it, and it's definitely one of my more embarrassing stories, but I don't really get embarrassed anymore. I mean, shit happens when you're young, you just, you know what I mean? But at the time, I was just, it was very horrifying, and it took a long time for me to talk to him again. And the funny part is, he never ever brought it up on AIM or like said anything about it. He kind of just let it go, and it wasn't like they like made fun of me every day. It kind of just was something that was dismissed, but we still talked and stuff, but nothing ever came of it, but probably because I had yolk in my mouth, but pretty funny story. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story time video. If you guys want more of these, leave comments below. Like I said, I have so many different crazy stories I could tell you guys that you guys would be like, wow, that's wild. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye guys.